Who's coaching you? Who's asking you the tough questions? Who's telling you, man, you're the common denominator to all of your issues and challenges? Who's telling you, man, all day long you become the magnetic pulse that attracts to you both good and bad? I want to be your life coach. I want to be the one that cheers you on to the finish line. I want to be the one that you ask the tough questions. And it doesn't mean that I have all the answers, but it means that you have a partner, someone who believes in you, not the you see right now, but the you can't imagine, the you that you are to become, the you are destined to be. I always say we both need the positive and the negative. It's not enough to have the knowledge of the matter, but we must have the wisdom as well. For wisdom settles it. And that's what I want to offer you as you join me on the Coach's Corner. I want to offer you the wisdom of the matter. Maybe it might be relationships, talking about our campaigns for more, for life, the dark room of our subconscious, our spiritual journey. Whatever it is, I want to be there to encourage you, to build you, to challenge you, to cheer you on to the finish line. I'm qualified to do this. Why? Because I'm you.
That's right. Welcome aboard to another edition of the Coach's Corner. My name is Marcus Saletta. Surely I bring to the table personal and professional issues, of which I am constantly working on me, and I also bring to the table the wisdoms and some understandings from the scars that I've endured or that I've incurred on the journey of life. And I trust that I have or will earn the right to speak into your life. I would be remiss if I did not always start my program by saying thank you very much to all of those that are listening worldwide on the multiple platforms that we air and broadcast. Thank you first of all to those that are listening now on Shoutcast Radio. All you have to do is go to WinApp, download WinApp for your iPhone or your Android phone. Download WinApp or search Shoutcast Radio, and when you find it, download it, and then type it, push station, and our station's name is SIBN Radio by Select USA TV, SALETTE USA TV, SIBN Radio by Select USA TV on Shoutcast Radio. Now you can listen to us on the go. How about that? I am excited about that, and thank you for all the listeners that are joining me now on Shoutcast Radio, Blog Talk Radio, Ustream, YouTube, Twitter, and beyond. Thank you so very much for your support. We appreciate you, and assuredly we know that we are here to serve. Today we want to talk about how you can better support us, because today's show is entitled Testing 1, 2, 3, Are You There? We have well over, for the podcast platforms, well over 200 podcasts, and, well over many followers on iTunes, those that have subscribed, those who have subscribed on Spreaker, those that are following us on Twitter, and so forth and so on, but we are not hearing from you regarding what you want us to talk about, or what your concerns are, or what we have helped you with. And so today's thought is, are you there? I should have been, can you hear me now? But, the bottom line is we really need for you to weigh in. So we're going to tell you today how you can weigh in. First of all, and this is no particular order, if you're not following us on Twitter, you need to follow us on Twitter, because, that's real-time communication. Generally, for all the people that are volunteering amidst our small staff here, we can see the Twitter feed quicker than anything, quicker than the email, quicker than a missed phone call. Twitter feed is like number one. Facebook is also there, but we'll get to that in a minute. But if you're on Twitter, some people say, well, I'm not on Twitter. If you're not on Twitter, you're missing out on real-time communication. That's all I can say. On Twitter, follow us at SALETTE TV on Twitter. Follow us at Select USA TV. You can send us a message, pictures, video links, what have you. And we do a lot of different things here at the radio station and at SIBN Networks in general. So Twitter is the fastest way to connect with us. The fastest way to connect with us. That's why I started with Twitter first. All right, that's number one. Number two, if you're not following the show on the Facebook page, or if you haven't liked the Facebook page because you didn't know about the Facebook page, I want you to go to facebook.com/Select USA TV and like the general page, which is SIBN. I believe it's SIBN Television and Radio. But look for or search for DACOACHCORNER, The Coach's Corner. That's one show that we have on the network. We have many shows on many fan pages on Facebook for the shows that we air and broadcast worldwide. But you know, and I'm telling you, to be honest, we don't have enough hands to enter in all the data and make sure everything is current for all the stuff that we're doing, because as you know, the technological platforms constantly change and we're trying to keep up and all that. But that's why I'm doing the show called Testing 1 2 3. Are you there? Because I want you to know that you can go on the Coach's Corner, DACOACHCORNER, the Coach's Corner on Facebook, like the page, and leave whatever you want. If we have helped you, that would help us to know that we have helped you. If we have said something that have encouraged you and pushed you and prodded you and inspired you and motivated you, we need to hear that, because we have interns that do come and they get weary. You know, a few of them have asked. You know, we got people listening in Asia. We got people listening over in Europe. We got people listening over in Australia. People right here in the States and beyond. And they say, well, have you worked on your social media, this, that, and the other? And we have to admit to them that we have allowed the social media platforms to organically grow because we don't have enough hands to the plow, as it were. But this is why I am going to be doing this more often, telling you how you can connect with us. So I talked about the Twitter, and then I'm talking about Facebook, the Coach's Corner. Now, if you go to Facebook.com/Select USA TV, you can like the general page there. But we have a lot of fan pages. We have fan pages for our sports division, the sports show. We have a fan page for, the CATL show, which is the first show that we ever did. Morning Bread was the second show we ever did. We got to get back to the Morning Bread show. But, we have a fan page for every show. The Political Rant has a fan page. SIBN Atlanta has a fan page. So anytime we create a show, we create across the board social media platforms just for that show, interchanging it with SIBN television and radio networks. And so Facebook is another way that you can connect. Now, my personal page on Facebook is called Your Life Coach. It's one word, no spaces. Your Life Coach on Select USA TV. So if you want to send me a friend request, I would not send out any friend requests anymore. Some of you know, if you're on Facebook, why I don't do that, because I meet people just about everywhere I go. People want to connect, and sometimes you send them a friend request, and then Facebook, I ask you, do you know them? And even if you just met them and you say, I don't know, it's just crazy. So if you want to be my friend, you just have to send me a friend request, because I'm not going to send any friend requests out. All right, so it's Your Life Coach, one word, on Select USA TV. That's my personal page, and that's a good way to keep up with me, because you'll see we're constantly posting pictures, links, multiple platforms that we're on. It's a great way to keep up with what we are doing, with me, really. So you have the Facebook connection. And then now we have a couple of new sites that, well, first let me talk about the websites, and then I'll talk about a couple of new things that we got going on. First of all, you can also go to www.sibntelevision.com. That's third. First, Twitter. We talked about Twitter. We talked about Facebook, number 2. Number 3, we want to talk about sibntelevision.com. Matter of fact, while we're there, and this is a special show, so we're gonna take our time here if we can. www.sibntelevision.com. The intention of the website is to showcase the web TV production. Now, the web TV production has slowed a bit. It has slowed down a bit. If you go to our YouTube page, that's not in my lineup just yet, but when you go to our YouTube page, you'll see, or our Twitter, you'll see, and you'll get an idea that, when we were doing web TV production a little bit heavier, it was crazy. It was crazy. I mean, with shows like the Morning Bread Show, the editing, the filming, it's just absolutely, it was just nuts. And so we had to slow it down. We had to refocus. And that's how we end up, starting the station, because we realized that the audio was where we started, so we didn't want to get too distracted with video. Plus, video takes up a lot of files. You got to have servers. It's just crazy. But SIBN Television is there to showcase. But one thing about SIBN Television that I want to tell you about is you can join the community there. Now, so out of all the things that I'm going to be sharing with you, and we'll take a break here in a minute, but out of all the things that we're going to share with you, right, you can pick one or two of these places to communicate. You don't have to use them all right? By all means, we want you to follow us on Twitter. By all means, we want you to like the fan page. Those are starting places. But like, if you want to keep up with us, or if you want to share with us, or if you want to become a bona fide fan, then what you got to do is you got to listen to what I'm going to tell you about SIBNtelevision.com and other websites that we have where you can connect. Now, on SIBNtelevision.com, in fact, what I'm going to do, I'm going to run over there. I'm going to take a small break, and I'm going to run over to SIBNtelevision.com, and I want to talk to you a little bit about that particular website. Okay, let's take a small break, and we'll be right back after this.
Hi, my name is Marcus Salette, and welcome to your technology update. Today we want to talk a moment about how you can access the services of SIBN Television and Radio Network. For many of you, you may not know that we offer graphic designs. As you proceed online, pictures say what you often don't have time and room to say. Allow SIBN Television and Radio Networks to design the graphics, particularly banners, for websites such as Spreaker, Facebook fan pages, and beyond. SIBN Television and Radio Networks also offers audio production. For those of you that need lead-ins, lead-outs, bed music, and beyond, perhaps you're also looking for consultation on how to start an internet project, such as a radio program, and beyond. Access SIBN Television and Radio Network's expertise in digital programming online. And lastly, keep in mind that SIBN Television and Radio offers video production services for your specialty needs as you continue to further your projects on the web. To take advantage of these services and so much more, contact us via our website, www.sibntelevision.com. Fill out a contact form, and someone from the staff will return your call as promptly as possible. Or email us at globalcoverage@selectusatv.info. SIBN Television and Radio is powered by Select USA TV. Google the name Select USA TV, increasing your visibility online.
Okay, so SIBNtelevision.com, I wanted to just talk to you about that website for just a quick minute. It has a tab on there that says, excuse me, community, okay? Community at the top of the page. And when you go over there, I want you to sign up. For those of you that this may fit. This may fit for you. If it doesn't fit, we have other ways that you can connect. But for those of you that really want to have like a private area where you can share just among the network folks, we're trying to get people to join the Pulse, DAPULSE, the Pulse, where you can become a fan and a friend and share directly within our network. So you click on that community tab and you are in there. Okay, you are in there. I'm just trying. I had it up and then I had to look at something else. But that's a great place to connect for those of you who want to share, but you don't want to share it all. You want to share it within the network is my point. So it says SIBN community at the top. All right. Excuse me. And you click on that tab and you're able to join the fans and friends of Select USA TV's network. With an email, of course, it's free of charge. And there you're able to share your news about your project. And see, and here's the other thing. When you join the Pulse, when you're following us on Twitter, when you're engaged with us regarding the Facebook fan pages and beyond, this keeps us connected, and these are the people that we want to start pushing on the network as we move forward. So if you've got a LP or single you're working on, you just opened up a business, just wrote a book, you just graduated from college, heck, you might have just gotten married, you've got your own radio show, whatever, and you begin to share that with the network, then we begin to, because you're in our hearts and you're in our minds, but if we don't know who you are and if we don't know what you do, then by all means we can't support you. And we have built this network based on support by becoming terribly celebratory about other people's venues, visions, destiny, whatever you want to, purpose, whatever you want to call it. And we don't care if you're overseas, giving you a shout out on the radio, praying for you, of course, by all means, mentioning things that you are doing so that we can point people your way, having the SIBN effect, creating, and that's what we're doing. We're creating an SIBN effect so that when we say, hey, such and such just wrote a book, we need all of our followers to go over there. Then you know what I'm saying? You're in the mix. And so I want you, for those of you where this may fit, because it may not fit everybody because everybody's busy in different ways. But if this fits and you want a place to share specific things without airing it on Facebook, without, I'm not saying you don't want to do it on Facebook or Twitter, but the point of the matter is you can create news pieces there. You can put links there on the Pulse. Right there on the community page on SIBNtelevision.com. Okay, that's website number one. So we covered Twitter, we covered Facebook, we covered SIBNtelevision.com. Now let's talk about SIBN Radio by SelectUSATV.com. All right, that is our radio station's official page, or official website, and it is constantly being updated. It's constantly being it's constantly evolving. Okay, and when you go to that, you're going to the first page, you're going to hear the radio station. It may be my show, it may not be, but we have a plethora of program shows for the station. Okay, and when you listen on the first page, what I would like for you to do, there's a chat box right there in the middle of the page. I want you, and I want all of my listeners to do this. This is a must. We must have this. I need you to go and log into the chat room and just give me a shout out. Give my staff a shout out. You know what I'm saying? So that we can feel appreciated and loved. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on. So you go to SIBN Radio by SelectUSATV.com. You see what I'm saying? And you sign the chat box. And if you click on either one of those boxes that are flashing all over the freaking place, it'll take you also to our Facebook fan page or it'll take you to a Facebook something that we have, whether it be a fan page for the network or a fan page for the show or whatever. So you want to do that, and then this connects you to us. So we know you're out there. We're not saying that you got to do this every day, but it'd be. I think it would be fair. I think it would be fair if you did that. I think it would be fair because we want to have an exchange here. We don't want, we're not asking for a bunch of followers that are not proactive. Even if you disagree about something, maybe, don't, if you get on there and act a fool, you know what's going to happen. You're going to be blocked. But, you got great content, great ideas, or you're going through a great experience. Your journey has some great values in it. You want to connect with us. So that it helps shape programming in the future. All right. And then on that website, which I can't go there now because it automatically plays, and I got a lot of things to do. Excuse me, and I don't want to make a mistake and push the wrong button because there's a lot of buttons in the studio. In Studio B, there's a lot of buttons in both. We got 3 studios, but 2 of them is a lot of buttons, so I don't want to be pushing the wrong thing. But the point of the matter is, go to that website, sign the chat, browse around, and if you want to contact us about a particular service that you think you need for your business or for your venture, for your project, by all means, you want to go ahead on and contact us. If I got a word not too long ago that contact page wasn't working. So this is how we know that everything is working, everything is the way it's supposed to be, because you're connecting with us worldwide. Doesn't matter where you are, you're connecting with us. Okay, so you sign that chat room, because great things happen when great people get together, share great ideas. Even though sometimes they have great disagreements, they still find great common ground to have great results and achieve great things. I said all that because this is a great experience. This is a great experience. All right, so with SIBN Radio, also on the live page, you're able to listen to the last show that we recorded, that we produced in the studio. The last show. In other words, if you want to listen to SIBN Sports, you don't have to wait to the actual time, which it airs at 12 o'clock Eastern. It plays, that particular show, at least for now, plays from 12 o'clock on to the next day. I shouldn't say the next day, but the next recording of the next show in Studio A or Studio B. And then you can also see a little bit more there. The YouTube portal is there, and we're always having the latest YouTube videos that we had produced or broadcast. And the latest project might have been live streamed. It might have been a hard disk recording production, but you're able to see that right there on the live tab. Okay. And there are other things that you'll be able to see there on SIBN Radio. And then in the last website, of course, we have many websites, but these are the top websites, is the new one called WeSupportSelectUSATV.com. And we're still working on that site. To keep up technologically is a lot. I mean, I don't need to tell you how much. You just trying to keep up with your personal life is kind of crazy. So we're going to take a small break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about WeSupportSelectUSATV.com, and we trust that you will engage us also there. So we talked about Facebook, we talked about Twitter, we talked about SIBNtelevision.com, and what else did we talk about? And we talked about SIBN Radio. So we're going to go to a small break, and we'll be right back after this. We interrupt this program to simply say thank you for your listenership here on SIBN Radio. We do not take what you're giving to us for granted. By all means, we invite you to be a part of our family in a deeper way. You can visit our websites, www.sibntelevision.com. You'll see a community page at the top there, and you can join free of charge with your email. and share your thoughts, pictures, and so much more right there on the site. And for those of you that would like to listen more regularly to our blog programming, you can visit www.sibnradio-by-selectusatv.com. We're now looking for interns for the SIBN networks, and there is no shortage of work that needs to be done. Simply email us your bio or resume to globalcoverage@selectusatv.info. New programming is always a consideration here at the networks, and we invite you to share your ideas, concepts, or vision. As we move forward with a global multimedia platform, we expect great things. We now want to return you to your regularly scheduled program. And again, from our hearts to yours, thank you. All right, so we're going to wrap it up here. We're talking about we support SelectUSATV.com. Now, that site is geared for supporters and partners worldwide. And we're not done with some things we're going to do over there. We've got to put some more products over there. It's just a lot of stuff that we have to do. So we need to hear from you over there at we support SelectUSATV.com. And as I said before, for those of you that can afford it, we want you to support us with a subscription right there on the site. Secure checkout through Google. And we'll have some products up there in the coming weeks and months. And then also we may want to collaborate with you to sell your products on we support SelectUSATV.com. That is if you're a fan or a partner. So these websites, these things that I have shared with you, and also we have our own daily paper now online. I wanted to give you the link to that, but I'm not sure it's pulled up quite yet. I want to see if we can pull that up real quick. But we have our own online paper now, and I'm going to try to give you the link to that. Let's see if I can locate it real fast. But it's called SIBN Television and Radio Daily, and we're also considering a new show. I can't really say that we're going to do away with the Coach's Corner or not, because we need some input on whether or not you really like the show and whether or not the show has been or made the difference for you, because we're thinking about creating a new show. We don't know if we're going to merge the Coach's Corner with it and get rid of the Coach's Corner, but we're considering doing a new show, and it's going to be called SIBN Television and Radio Daily, and it's going to cover a wide range of events and issues briefly for about an hour, but we haven't made a final decision on that. And so all I can say is we need to hear from you as to, what you like, what you don't like, what you really need, what you don't need, and things of that nature. I was trying to find this link for you, but I'm not finding it fast enough, because as some of you know, we are kind of like in a lot of different places. So I'm not gonna delay the time in trying to find it unless I find it within the next 30 seconds here. But we want you to tell you what I'll do. I'll go over here to. We want you to visit. Now, if you'd like to, here, let me give you the site. Here it is, right here. The site is called paper.li//SelectUSATV/136-034-6728. Again, the website for our new online paper, digital, of course, is paper, PAPER.li//SelectUSATV/136-034-6728. All right. And that is where we keep up with what's relative as best as we can to us. And so, business, technology, science, education, social media, sports, a bit of crime, a bit of crime, a few of our ads are there. Links to a few things are also there. So we're thinking about doing a show based on our daily page. Okay. And we want some feedback, of course, if you think it's a good idea to get rid of the Coach's Corner or not. I'd like to hear from you. We're also going to be setting up some, I want to say either contests or money giveaways, money and prize giveaways. So we're working on some things along those lines. So I think my time is just about up. My time is up. So I got to get ready to get out of here because we got to go to another production. I just want you to be encouraged to know that we are looking to do everything we can to make sure that there is a balance of broadcasting goodies for you to enhance yourself. Okay, that's my time. You know where to follow me. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
You're listening to SIBN Radio on the Celebrity USA TV iBroadcasting Network. You're listening to SIBN Radio.